Canada's real estate market has surged as a result of record low interest rates and a shortage of listings that some are even calling a crisis. Well, I'm not going to explain interest rates to you or try and guess exactly when they're going to go up, but I do know a heck of a lot about inventory levels and exactly how to explain them and try and figure out exactly what's going on with this shortage that's going on. But this is the Surrey Report. If you're new to the channel, we go over the combined Surrey stats every single month at the beginning of the month. If you're not living in Surrey, just fast forward about 30 seconds and you should come out on the other side.
Surrey combined had 715 detached sales for the month of March. The benchmark price of $1,336,700 is up 6% month over month and up a whopping 23.7% year over year.
Moving into our townhouse market, we've seen 467 sales in the month of March. That's double the amount of sales that we've seen for the same period last year. Our benchmark price is $652,300. That's up 4.5% month over month and 14.3% year over year.
Condo sales have been on the move in March of 2021. We had 374 sales, and in March of 2020, only 174. And our benchmark price now is $426,200 with a 2.3% increase month over month and a very impressive 5.9% increase year over year.
Now, before I get into the shortage of listings and inventory throughout the whole country, for the most part in Canada, I'm going to have to ask you, if you learn anything at all today, please make sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. It really helps the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And in exchange for hitting that like button, I'm actually going to explain this to you right now. So yeah, I usually keep this board back there with a little real estate message on it, but my oldest daughter was practicing her spelling and she knew it was April Fool's this month, so she thought she would give us poop. So remember, a like for this video is not only encouraging education and spelling of young children, but it's also a like for poop. Okay, so this message is not to explain what's causing the inventory shortage, but rather to calculate how to find out whether or not you are living within an area that currently has a shortage. So let's start with how to calculate inventory, or specifically how to calculate consumption rates. Because if you have no inventory, it really doesn't matter if you have no demand or no consumption. But if you do have a lot of consumption and not much inventory, you end up in a shortage. Consumption is best calculated by months of inventory on the market. So to calculate this, we simply take the amount of listings and divide them by the amount of sales in the last 30 days. Now, to do this calculation, you have to assume that no more listings will be coming on the market. And if no more inventory comes on the market at this rate, how fast will all of the properties sell? So the equation is actually active listings divided by sales. So in other words, if you have 9 listings currently on the market and last month 3 listings sold, you have 3 months of supply. Next, you have to understand the inventory scale and exactly where that calculation puts you. Under 3 months of supply puts you universally in a seller's market. This means prices are rising and houses are selling fast. Now, a balanced market has a little bit of argument going on. Some people say it's 4 to 6 months as a balanced market. Some people say it's 5 to 7 months. Now, I'm not here to tell you who is right or wrong in that scenario, but what I will do is I'll pick 5 months as being a complete balanced market, kind of right in the middle there. And that should get us to a spot where prices continue to just hold steady. And then you'll see sales happening in about 30 to 60 days. So on either end of that, you have 4 or 6 months supply, which is technically still balanced, but you may see prices slightly edging up or slightly down. And it is important to note that this is a sliding scale. So much like, you know, when you're going away for the long weekend and you start seeing those forest fire signs and the guy comes out in the truck and moves the arrow exactly where it is, it's very much like that. It is a sliding scale and there is no exact number. But once you hit 7 months of supply, it's universally understood that prices will start coming down and properties may stay on the market for many months. And then as you get into 8, 9, 10 months of supply, a heavy buyer's market, that's when you will see prices drop. And the heavier you get into a buyer's market, the faster prices will drop. So now let's look at my marketplace of Surrey, BC. We're going to look at all areas within Surrey and all types of properties. So after a quick search, I found out that there was 2,013 active listings currently on the market. And in the last 30 days, there has been 937 sales. But sometimes sales can actually lag and not register onto the system. So I'm actually going to go back 60 days and find out that there was 2,000 147 sales in a 60-day period. And now I'm going to divide that by 2 for a more accurate number. So now we take the active sales again at 2013 and divide them by the average amount of sales over the last 30 days, being 1,073, to find out that my marketplace, the whole city of Surrey, actually has an inventory of 1.87 months of inventory, placing Surrey, BC in a heavy seller's market. But it's not as simple as this. That is the entire city. For when you're looking for a home or you're looking to list your home, you need to do the same thing within your micro market. You see, detached homes in your area could be in one type of market, while condos could be in something completely different at the exact same time. And this could also pertain to the exact same type of property, just in different sizes or slightly different areas. In fact, detached homes, townhomes, and condos are often not in the exact same market, or at least to the same extent at the exact same time, as a result of the trickle-down effect that I mentioned so often. Houses always take off first, then townhouses, then condos, and they slow down in the same pattern. So let's look at this as a whole now. And all of the Fraser Valley, the quote unquote worst market, is actually North Delta condos, sitting at 3.7 months of inventory. Now, this still puts you in a seller's market by all measures, just not maybe as heavy as some other areas. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Townhomes in Cloverdale are sitting at 0.47 months of inventory. That is less than 2 weeks supply, meaning that even though these are both sellers markets, they're both in short supply, and Cloverdale townhomes are almost non-existent. There you go. So now what you should do is probably calculate your own months of supply in your area to help determine whether or not it's the right time for you to buy or sell. And if you would like, just comment down below in the neighborhood of where you live, and then I'll try my best to respond and tell you how many months of inventory are currently in your marketplace. Thanks again for watching this month. Remember to click and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And remember to hit that like button for spelling, for poo, and for April Fools.